We're here at the U.S. Nationals with one of the most winningest of all-time drivers in the top fuel class, Mr. Larry Dixon. So you're not driving this week, and I think you own this dragster.
I own the dragster.
So what's it like being an owner at the U.S. Nationals?
Actually, there's probably more stress than just driving. Driving, the only thing you got to do is worry about keeping the car in the groove and cutting the light. And when you own it, you have to think about everything else, including your guy cutting the light and keeping it in the groove. So it's a pretty stressful deal. But we had a decent weekend. So did what we could with what we got.
And I've never been able to ask anybody this. What's it like driving a passenger in a top fuel dragster?
It's really cool because the people that I take for rides, obviously, because of the cost of the ride, they're all in. This isn't something like some dumbed down Disneyland ride. I mean, it's a top fuel car. I'm going up to Martin, Michigan next weekend. It's gonna have the same motor, the clutch, and everything in it that we just ran here this weekend. And when you take somebody down the track that's never been in anything that's ever, this is the quickest and fastest accelerating car on the planet, and I get to take them down the track to do it. And it's the coolest thing in the world, and everybody that I've given a ride to, they're so appreciative. I'm going up, like I said, I'm going up next week into Martin, Michigan. Last weekend I was in Cordova running the car doing the same thing. So it's a neat deal. I'm up to about almost 50 people I've given rides to.
And you started your career the same way that Ron Capps did, with racing for Don the Snake Perdome. Is that how you started your career?
Well, no, at the pro level, yeah, but I raced alcohol cars before that, but I really got the love of the sport from my dad. My dad raced top fuel cars in the 60s and 70s, and I think the first year I came to Indianapolis, it was 1973. So, to be able to come here, and still come here. Now I live, 5 miles away. It's neat, but yeah, I got to drive for Don Perdome, Alan Johnson. Had a lot of great crew chiefs through the years. Got a lot of wins and championships, but it might say Larry Dixon on it, but it's representation of the team that got put together. Had Western, Dale Armstrong, Dick LaHaye, Alan Johnson as crew chiefs and stuff, and it's a lot of good teams.
And how does it feel to you, with legends like Don the Snake Perdome walking around in Charlie Muldowney, knowing that Larry Dixon is also one of those legends that is here at the U.S. Nationals?
Yeah, I still don't feel that I'm up to their status yet. I see, Don Garlitz and Shirley. I grew up on top fuel cars, and they were the be-all, end-all. In mid-'70s, I was a little kid, and watching them, they owned top fuel racing, those two. So anywhere you go, I just watch them and Don Garlitz. Obviously, besides my dad, driving top fuel cars, Don Garlitz was it for me. So to be able to still see them and have a relationship and talking to them and be able to text Don Garlitz, oh my gosh, I'm still a fanboy on that side of things. Yeah.
Well, I won't keep you here forever. I know you got a job to do, but thank you so much, Mr. Dixon, and good luck with this.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So we did this earlier in the year, but you're real busy, and it was a quick little thing. So figured I'd try again. We're at the U.S. Nationals with Justin Ashley, right off a semifinal round appearance. So you're in the points lead, obviously, for the countdown. How does that make you feel?
It's great. Ultimately that was our goal. We know that the points are going to reset after the end of the regular season, and it's going to be tough. We wanted to do everything we could to at least position ourselves the best that we could to make a run at this championship. So we feel good about all that we've accomplished so far, and once this race is officially over, it'll be behind us, and we'll focus on Reading.
And the Too Fast, Too Tasty deal that you all have done this year, I like how you come up with the championship. I like that. But you did win the championship for that. You won, I think, like
6 of them.
Six of them. That's a good number. And you basically made all of them. How is that, knowing that you won the first ever one of those championships?
Yeah, it's really cool, man. It's a big deal. We're really appreciative for Mission Foods for their involvement in the sport. They're involved in such a great capacity, whether it's activation at the racetrack or just working with the drivers and teams. So that was really cool. It was nice to have meaningful racing on Saturday. I think it's different than anything we've seen before, and I think it's good for the drivers, the teams. I also think it's good for the fans, most importantly. So really grateful for the opportunity to participate in that program, and obviously really happy with the success our Phillips Connect team had in that regard.
And if you watch your car and on the videos and stuff, yours looks different than all the other ones because you do wheelies.
Yeah.
How does that help in a top fuel car?
Well, I think that's probably a better question for the crew chiefs. I know one thing, it's fun. It's fun, it's enjoyable as a driver, and it's fun for the fans. We've got a lot of comments from NHRA fans about how much they enjoy it, how much they like those wheel stands. It's almost a throwback to how it used to be. So it's really great. I think, obviously it has to do with wing angle and weight distribution, but for us, that's something that's worked and it's worked well. So we don't really want to make any changes at the moment, but they're tinkering with it and whatever's in the best interest of running as quick as we can.
And one more quick question because I know you're busy. What is your favorite part about driving a top fuel dragster?
I love the team. I love the fact that, I'm fortunate to be able to be a representative and work with companies like Phillips Connect and Mac Tools and Toyota and Lucas and Kato, but I love the team aspect of it, that you have 10 to 12 guys and girls working extraordinarily hard for only 3.7 seconds, and for an opportunity to hoist the coveted Wally at the end of the day. The fact that it's a team sport, a family atmosphere, that's what I enjoy doing.
Well, thank you so much, Justin, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
We're here in Alexis DeJoya's pit with Jim Overhoff. That doesn't make any sense. But you just went out in the U.S. Nationals, but you're in the countdown. You have 2 wins this year. How does that make you feel heading into the battle for the championship?
Oh, I feel good. Like we started out the year kind of slow and struggled a little bit, but we've been running good lately. Winning a couple races going round, so I feel really good about the countdown and how good we can do in it, and it's real exciting.
And you've been tuning for a long time. What is some of your favorite parts about tuning instead of driving?
Well, I'm too big to drive, so they don't let big guys drive. So I figured, tuning the cars is probably where I needed to be, but I really enjoy the mechanical aspect of it, and I enjoy strategizing, coming up with a strategy of how you're going to race, during the weekend and stuff, and it's fun, and I enjoy the people, like my guys, that work on Clay's car. They're just an awesome group of guys, and it's fun to do, make the car run good for them, and and then their hard work, they get to see what comes up on the scoreboard and hopefully some win lights and then a Wally at the end of the day.
And YouTube and stuff like that's taken over the racing world, but your team's one of the first few teams to do it. Clay's got his own thing, and Clay runs his YouTube channel every week. What's that like, having a camera in your face all the time?
Clay's something else, and I didn't even know at first that he had this camera there, and I went, what are you doing with all this? And then I started seeing it, and I'm like, oh man. And he definitely has a lot of fun with it, and he is so awesome to his fans, and a lot of people that we get, that come up and compliment us on, because they say, oh, we love yours and Clay's YouTube channel. So now it's Clay's YouTube channel, but they like the educational part of it, and they seem to learn things when Clay and I are talking about the race car and stuff. So it's cool. I think it's, hey, it's a, back when I was growing up as a kid, we had like 4 television channels, and now we've got all this other stuff, and it's really cool.
Well, I won't take any more of your time, but thank you. Good luck in the countdown.
Thank you, sir.
So we're at the U.S. Nationals with Bob Tasca. You did get eliminated, but you're sitting real good in the countdown, and as the year's gone on, you've got stronger and stronger. So is there any confidence going into the countdown?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously disappointed as a driver. You don't want to lose on a whole shot. JR took a shot at us, and it paid off for him. But you know something? We got a lot of momentum with this team. We're going to go into the countdown number 4 in the points, which puts us in a great position to run for the championship. And that's the plan, is to go out there and win it.
And this is just, sometimes people take it for granted, get to come to these shows and really do this. But what is your favorite part about being a driver in a Nitro Funny Car?
Well, for me, it's winning. You go out there and win for your fans, your sponsors, your family. There's nothing better than winning. We've won 2 races this year. We got a great car, 4 number 1 qualifiers. So we're very competitive. We just got to keep it going. It's tough out here. It's really, really hard to win. That's what makes it so great.
And from your perspective as a driver, what is it like driving one of these beasts?
I always say it's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to do it, to represent sponsors and fans that root for you when you win, and they're with you when you lose. Not many guys or gals get an opportunity to drive. I will tell you, the experience in the car is violent. It's a violent experience. These things are mean machines, accelerating at over 100 miles an hour in under a second. So there's nothing quite like it.
Well, one one more question because I know you're busy. What did it mean to you? I know it wasn't at Epping, but what did it mean to you to get the Epping win this year?
I tell people I would have gone to Alaska to get that win. Always wanted to win my home race. To be able to do that this year was really a big bucket list item for me. We're going to go back now and celebrate in the New England Winners Circle next year because we did it in Bristol. But it was an awesome win for our team. It kind of got us going. Then we won Topeka. We came into the semifinals in Brainerd. So the cars, really picked up since then, and we're just going to try to keep it going.
Well, thank you. Good luck
very
this
much.
season.
Thank you.